Hey all, welcome to Macro Machines powered by Black Eye Nutrition. I'm Zach Anderson and my wife Laura's behind the camera.
Hi guys.
We've decided to start a YouTube channel to give everyone some tips and some tricks on how to be successful with Black Eye Nutrition and macro counting. And maybe if you're not into a nutrition program, just giving you some tips on how to be successful, especially during the holidays right now. So we thought as our first episode, we would talk about getting some meal prep done with breakfast so you can have successful mornings throughout the entire week as those start out your entire day. Now, Laura and I aren't really morning people at all, and so prepping our breakfast on Sunday is a huge benefit to us. So I'm going to take the camera and have Laura do some explaining about what we do each week with meal prep.
Hi guys. Just wanted to talk with you about some of the food items that we do in the morning. So first I want to direct you over to our pan of bacon. This works out very well. Tonight we're going to pop it in the oven and we're going to cook it up, and then we're going to heat up a couple individual slices in the morning. So that is our bacon. Over here we have our favorite Kodiak cakes. This week we're doing dark chocolate. They've got lots of flavors: pumpkin, apple and oat spice. They've also got a gluten-free kind, which I really love. But this time we're going to go ahead and do chocolate. So we can cook them up in little muffin tins, or we can put them in our waffle maker. And then each little muffin is really only just a couple macros of each the carbs, protein, and fats. That way we can just heat it up in the morning in the microwave and they are ready to go. Usually on Sundays we make about 21 little muffins. Or if you wanted to, you can get one of these fancy little guys. We've got a Blend-Tec, or the Vitamix also works really well. In that we put coconut water, carrots, spinach. Help me out, Zach.
Coconut water, Trop 50, carrots, berries, bananas, and
Fiber powder.
And celery.
Yes.
Yeah. So each one of those things really help with not only your macronutrients, but also your micronutrients.
Great way to get the micros, especially in the morning. If you are, if you are someone who runs out of carbs, this is perfect. It's a perfect way to get that. Okay, so I'd like to take you over here and show you, this is probably my favorite thing of all. This is our egg cooker, which is super handy. So what we did is we kind of preloaded it. We put a little bit of water in the bottom, and then we put the eggs on the holder, and then put the lid on and just turn it on, and it cooks our eggs. So that's gonna cook them for probably about 5 to 6 minutes, and then we'll let it cool for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then we'll peel them, put them in bags, and that way they're ready to go. We can just grab them out of the refrigerator in the morning. Also want to show you this little egg cooker. So this is also one of my favorite little things. I'm not quite sure what the brand is on it, but these are super nice. So typically what we'll do is we'll spray the inside of it with Pam, and then we'll put some eggs in it. We'll put some of this egg substitute if we need some more protein, or we can even put some lunch meat in it too. And then what you want to do is you want to take a fork and then whisk it all around and then stick it in the microwave for about 2 to 3 minutes. Be careful if you put it in for too long, the lid will pop off and then there'll be an explosion in your microwave. So you don't want to do that. But anyway, if you do it at the right amount of time, and it really just kind of depends on how much you put in there content wise, but you can just put it in the microwave, super easy to clean. I really love this.
Okay, the last thing that I want to share is just some ways in order to be able to make some of these different each week. So we talked about, first of all, the Kodiak cakes. These are the dark chocolate. Laura talked about each one of the different flavors. And then what you can also do is get some sugar-free or other flavors like this hazelnut, be able to make it kind of taste Nutella-ish. And it's delicious and be able to give you a different flavor. So that's one way to be able to change it up every week. Another way is being able to use some other macro-friendly condiments. So we really like the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter spray. And so that way you don't get all the fat with butter, but you get at least the taste of butter.
That also doesn't have any sodium.
Another great way is reduced sugar ketchup. Ketchup actually does have quite a number of carbohydrates, and so this way it's way less carbs and actually tastes really good. And I've really enjoyed the reduced sugar ketchup on my eggs or anything else I eat in the morning. Another great thing is Kerry's sugar-free ketchup. Excuse me, Kerry's sugar-free syrup. If you ever looked at regular maple syrup, there can be up to 50 grams of carbohydrates for just a quarter of a cup. But when you use this, it's only 6 carbohydrates. And so that way you get your maple syrup flavor and you don't have to deal with all the issues of losing all your macronutrients for the day. The last one that I want to talk about is this sugar-free jam. They have probably 4 or 5 different flavors, and it's a really great way to be able to stay low on your carbohydrates but also get a lot of fiber. So those are some ways to be able to change up what you're doing every week and be able to have some different flavors. So we want to thank everyone for joining us on our first episode. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up in the comments. And as Laura would always say, swag out.
Macro Machines. Woo!